Why do smart leaders sometimes miss obvious problems? Well, after working with senior leadership teams across 7 countries over the last 10 years, it comes down to one thing: perspective. Perspective is how you see the world around you, and it also influences the way you make decisions. The best way to learn about the importance of gaining the right perspective is through one of my favorite stories, The Blind Man and the Elephant. A long time ago, in the days before ChatGPT, there once was a village in India where 5 blind men heard that an elephant was visiting the village. But of course they were blind, so they didn't know exactly what an elephant looked like, the shape, its form, its size. They didn't know any of that. But they thought to themselves, at least if we get around this animal, we may be able to feel what it looks like. So the elephant comes to town and the blind men gather around the elephant, and each of them place their hands on a different part of the elephant. The first blind man puts his hand on the elephant's trunk and exclaims, "Oh my goodness! The elephant is like a very big snake." The second blind man places their hands on the elephant's ears and exclaims, "No, I think you're wrong. This elephant creature feels very thin and flappy, almost like bedsheets in the wind." The third blind man places their hands around the elephant's foot and exclaims, "Both of you are wrong. This elephant creature is like a mighty tree." The fourth blind man grabs the elephant's tail and exclaims, "All y'all gotta stop smoking right now, because clearly this elephant creature is like thin and wiry like a rope." Lastly, the fifth blind man, who was the wisest of them all in the village, places their hands on the elephant's tusks. "No, all of you are wrong. Clearly, this elephant creature is hard and smooth, much like the keys of a Yamaha piano." By now, the elephant has had enough of being groped by blind men and heads off into the jungle to do what elephants do, leaving the 5 blind men bickering as to who is right and who is wrong. And here ended the story. Now, I think you know what that story was about with regards to perspective and why it's so dangerous to have a single perspective to view the world around you. Likewise, in leadership inside your organizations, it's very dangerous to have a single perspective. And this is why smart leaders often miss obvious problems, because they're looking at a particular problem only in one single vantage point. Great leaders see problems from all different vantage points, and that allows them to look at a problem in different ways and often uncover underlying things that they couldn't see before, which allows them to solve problems a lot quicker. In my experience, there are 4 key vantage points that every great leader uses to analyze problems: the telescope, the microscope, the mirror, and the window. And in fact, these vantage points are what we're talking about in this week's newsletter. Inside, I talk about why having a single perspective is dangerous for leaders trying to navigate complex challenges in today's modern workplaces. I also talk about the 4 vantage points and the benefits and problems with each one of those. So go ahead and check out the newsletter. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, because every week you'll get a small tip from me that'll help you become a better leader. Alrighty, that's me done for the week. So whatever happens in business and in life, I wish you nothing but success. Go check out the newsletter, become a better leader, and go make tomorrow better than today. Bye.